Hey guys, hi, welcome to my next video. This is Abhinav, and on this channel I talk about newcomer advice. I'm personally a newcomer. I came to Canada in 2019. I've been working here, I've been studying here, and all the things that I share in my videos is based on my personal experience. In this video, let's talk about how I got my PR in 2 years of moving to Canada, from a student to a PR in less than 2 years. Before that, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be getting a lot more tips and tricks in the future. Also hit the notification bell icon below and you'll be notified for all the future videos. This video would be a two-part video. In the first one, we're talking about my journey from being a student to a PR in less than 2 years. In the next one, I'll talk about what are the benefits of PR than being a student or being on work permit. So let's get started. So a little bit about my background. So I finished my graduation in 2013 in India. I started working right away. As soon as I started working, I was exploring different options, and back in 2015 or 2016, I was keen towards moving to Canada. So I started exploring what are the best ways to move to Canada. Back then, the CRS score was pretty low, and I was thinking to get a PR from India and then wanted to move to Canada as a permanent resident. But things changed, points increased, and I was not able to come to Canada as a PR in 2015 or 2016. So the good thing was that I started my paperwork in 2015 or 2016. And so by 2017, I had everything done. I had my paperwork ready. I had my education documents ready. I had my VES/ECA done. I also had my work experience documents. And the only thing I was waiting for to get the CRS score down. But that didn't work out. So what I did was that I changed my path from PR to a student and then a PR. So I started exploring different colleges, started researching, and in 2019 I got into a college in Toronto, in Centennial College. I studied there for almost 8 months. That was a 1-year course, and then I continued my process one more time. So once I finished my course in 2019 August, I started working as soon as possible. I got my paperwork done. As soon as my paperwork was done, I moved into a full-time position and started working as a full-time employee in 2019 September. So let's get into the details what were the steps that I followed. So my first aim was to get my IELTS done. This was back in 2020 in January. I cleared my IELTS, got 8,777, or I'd say more than 8,777 in IELTS, which increased my score a lot. That was the first thing that I did. So as soon as I cleared my IELTS and got my results, I applied for my EE, that is Express Entry. And as soon as I put in my details, I was able to get my ITA in less than a week. And this time it was February of 2020. As I already know about the paperwork, so it didn't take a lot of time for me to finish all the paperwork. So after I got my ETA, I didn't waste a lot of time and finished all the paperwork in less than a week. As soon as I got my ETA, I had to prepare everything. I had to get my medicals done. I had to get my police clearance, and I was living in the US for like 6-7 months back in the day. So I had to get my police clearance for US as well. The good thing was that I was well prepared and got everything that was possible before my ETA. So once I got my ETA, I got my medicals done as soon as possible. I got my police clearance as soon as possible. As soon as I did all the paperwork, I got a new email from IRCC that I have to submit my biometrics because I've never given my biometrics for Canada. And this was back in February of 2020. And I got the date for biometric submission. I think it was March 1st or March 2nd in 2020. So what happened in 2020 March was that Canada closed all the Service Canada offices, and I was not able to submit my biometrics in March or first week of March in 2020. Due to this, my process was delayed a lot. Everything was closed for the next 5 to 7 months. But the good thing was that I had my 1 year of work permit, which was still valid. So I was able to live in Canada without any problems. I also had an option to apply for a bridging work permit in case my PR application didn't go through before my work permit expired. So I was in good shape. So after like 6 to 7 months when Service Canada opened, I was able to get a biometrics appointment in October. So after February, my file was on hold. Nothing happened that I was aware of, and everything was standstill. Then in October, my file reopened. As soon as I gave my biometrics, that was updated on my IRCC profile. And after submitting my biometrics, it took me 3 or roughly 4 weeks to get my PR confirmation, that you may say. Everything was updated in the portal, and I got an update from the IRCC for next steps. So after I got a confirmation, there was 1 or 2 more steps that IRCC wanted me to follow. The steps were to submit my picture and also submit my address where I want my PR card to be delivered. It was a pretty easy step. I didn't have to get any professional picture or anything due to COVID. And they're also okay with clicking a picture from your cell phone and sending it to them without any problems. So that was a pretty straightforward step. I did everything that they asked for in like 1 or 2 days. And as soon as that was done, in the next couple of weeks, I got my PR card in mail. This was a pretty fast process after everything happened in the last 7-8 months. But as soon as everything opened, Canada was pretty fast to get my paperwork done. My PR application was confirmed, and I also got my PR card in just a few weeks. If you see a timeline, I started my journey in 2019. I came to Canada in the first week of January, and before end of 2020, I was able to get my PR in hand. So the complete process took me less than 2 years to be exact. So in the next part of the video, I'll talk about my personal profile and what all points did I get for my experience, my age and everything. But before we get into that, I request everyone to please subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell icon if you like my content. I'll be getting a lot more tips and tricks in the future, so please stay tuned. So about my profile. Personally, I had roughly 6 to 7 years of experience in India, which I used it for my Express Entry profile. So I'll put a screenshot of the CRS calculator where it says that you get X number of points if you have worked for 3 or more years in any of the foreign countries. Next thing was that I didn't have any masters, so I only had bachelors back home, back in India. So I got limited number of points for that, but that's okay. So one more thing that Canada offers is that you get 5 extra points if you have a brother, sister, or your parents living in Canada as a PR or citizens. But I didn't have anyone living here, so I didn't have any points there as well. The next thing was getting 8,777 in IELTS is one of the best things that you could do. So I got my IELTS score up to 8,777 to get the maximum score that's possible. So I'll put a screenshot of the CRS calculator one more time, which shows you that if you get 8,777 in IELTS, you'll get, I think, 110 points. You'll see it on the screen right now, but I tried a couple of times. I was not able to clear it in one time, but please don't lose hope. If you keep on trying, you'll surely get 8,777 and you should be able to get maximum score for your Express Entry profile and get your PR done. One more thing you should note is that if you are coming to Canada and you are above 30, the chances of you getting PR reduces day by day. The good thing is that if you're below 30, you don't get any points deducted, and I was below 30 and I was able to get 0 points deducted from my Express Entry profile. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I was studying in Canada, and after that I started working as soon as I finished my studies. But for my Express Entry profile, I didn't use my Canadian experience points because I didn't need to. So I was able to get everything done without my Canadian experience. If in case the score increased a lot, I would have added my Canadian experience points and would have got roughly 50 more points. After everything I did, I was able to get my PR done in less than 2 years. So if you plan well, it's surely possible. You just have to make sure that everything that you're doing is totally correct. And if you ever need help, you can always consult an immigration lawyer. They'll be able to help you in the best possible way. This is only my experience and my journey that I did. You may have a different profile, you may have different dynamics. So whatever I'm sharing is based on my personal life, and your profile would be different. In the next video, I'll be talking about the benefits that you get as soon as you convert to a PR from a student or from a work permit. That's it for this one, guys. If you have any further questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and also hit the notification bell icon and the subscribe button. I'll be getting a lot more tips and tricks in the future. Please share this video with your friends and family. It helps a lot. See you in the next one.